Alright, let's go to the Titans at the New York Giants, where the Titans shut them out at MetLife Stadium 17-0 for their third straight win. Derrick Henry goes off once again. Stoyo, you care to guess how many rushing yards Derrick Henry has in the last 2 games?
I know on that Thursday game he had something ridiculous, and I think it was like over 200 yards.
Yeah,
And
he's
then
on fire,
he had
man.
another good game, so I'm gonna guess like 325.
Close.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
Holy shit. 350?
Higher.
Over 400?
Yes.
Holy fuck.
408 yards. And how many touchdowns would you say in the last 2 games?
4.
Higher.
6.
Yes.
Jesus.
Over 400 yards and 6 touchdowns in 2 games. Derrick Henry is absolutely killing. If he keeps running like that, Tennessee could be a tough team to beat. It's their first shutout win since 2000, and they hold Giants rookie running back Saquon Barkley to just 56 combined yards. The Giants have now missed the playoffs for 2 straight seasons, and Titans corner Logan Ryan announces he will miss the remainder of the season with a broken fibula. Titans will look to stay in the playoff hunt week 16 against the Redskins on Saturday. So, what's your opinion on the Titans? Mariota's been banged up a little bit, but Henry's running absolutely crazy, and the defense playing decent. You think the Titans can get a win in January and make some noise?
No.
Okay.
Fortunately, to not be 1-0, I do like the fact that Henry is running the rock well, but thanks for not doing that earlier in the season when I drafted you and then I had to cut your ass. But
do you think this is the same team as last year? Because they went in and got a road playoff win last year.
Yeah, but that was Mariota threw a pass to himself.
Some crazy shit had to happen for that.
It was a crazy comeback. Their number 1 option went down.
Josh is a big Mariota fan. He told me in private.
And they didn't have Pat Mahomes either, so I don't think Tennessee will win.
Yeah, a playoff game?
No, not this year.
Yeah.
Too many good teams.
Let's go to the Redskins at the Jags, where the Redskins get a comeback win over Jacksonville on a game-winning Dustin Hopkins field goal, 16-13, and they end the Redskins' 4-game losing streak. The Redskins are down to their 4th quarterback, Josh Johnson. How much do you know about this Josh Johnson guy?
I know some. He used to be on the Buccaneers, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's on the Bengals, backing up Carson.
Bengals, on the Vikings, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's not who you want to have playing.
He's got to be better than Mark Sanchez, though.
Well, yeah, but that's pretty much most of the NFL right now is better than the Sanchez. What a draft pick, by the way.
Yeah. Josh Johnson gets his first win as a starter, improves to 1-5 in his career. And the Jags dropped their 9th game in their last 10. Head coach Doug Marrone is definitely on the hot seat. Would you fire Marrone? And do you think that, Bortles is under contract. What are the Jags going to do to turn the ship around?
Well, I think Coughlin should have never signed or extended Blake Bortles. I don't think that's on the coaching.
Yeah.
If a QB sucks, and
Fournette hasn't really brought much to the table either.
Fournette's been hurt, and he had an injury issue before.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. You just do a few bad signing, and who is it on?
What if Tom Coughlin is rumored to come down and be the head coach in 2019? Is that a good idea for Jacksonville?
Is he also going to be the GM?
I don't know.
Here's my issue. I think that he can either be one or the other, but you can't be both. It's too much power, and it usually does not end up working.
What if I told you...
You need more set of eyes.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It's got to be tough being a Jaguars fan. What if I told you that for the 7th time in their last 8 seasons, they have reached double-digit losses?
Yeah. The name of the game is having a good starting QB.
Mm-hmm. And they have rarely.
And to have rarely. And I don't know why they married themselves to Blake Bortles. That defense was solid. and you bet your championship window on Blake fucking Bortles. Seriously?
Hey, I thought he was supposed to be the next Roethlisberger.
No.
Good news for Redskin fans. Quarterback Alex Smith is out of the hospital and doing much better after broken leg and complications from the surgery. So he's at home now, so that's good. And the Redskins are still technically alive for the playoffs and looking for a win in Week 16 at the Titans. Let's go to the Bucks at the Ravens, where the Ravens run past Tampa Bay 20-12 at M&T Bank Stadium. Lamar Jackson improves to 4-1 as a starter. And has replaced Joe Flacco as the starting quarterback. Jackson has rushed for a combined 437 yards since taking over as a starter. Stoyo, are you a fan of Lamar Jackson, and you think the Ravens can win with this run-first style of offense?
I am a fan of Lamar Jackson. I remember at the draft I said he was going to be the third best QB out of that class. I'm glad that he was drafted in a good situation and got some playing time and is winning. I think you can still win running the football. It's different, but different wins.
I like it. It's like old
kind
school.
of old school, but if done properly with good coaching and good scheming and good preparation,
defense.
You don't want to face the Ravens, really.
No. This is like a team that could go beat the Patriots, I feel like, this Ravens team with that defense.
The Ravens have done this before.
Yeah.
They got hot at the right time, had a solid defense, and went all the way. And this wasn't too long ago.
Yeah.
Ask Joe Flacco. That's when he got paid.
Yep. Baltimore becomes the first team since the 1976 Steelers to rush for 190-plus yards in 5 straight games. The Ravens will look to stay alive in the playoff hunt Week 16 at the Chargers on Saturday night. Big game there. That's a potential for a statement win for the Ravens in LA in the StubHub Center. Let's go to the Seahawks at the Niners, where the Niners kicked their way past Seattle 26-23 in overtime on a Robbie Gould game-winning field goal and end the Seahawks' 4-game winning streak. Stoyo, just like you predicted, right? The Niners beating Seattle?
I don't recall you predicting
I
that.
know, I'm joking.
All right.
I mean, a shocker. I did not see this coming. Seattle was hot.
I bet the game, and I bet the Seahawks.
Yeah, Nick Mullins getting a win. I mean...
Yeah. I did not see that coming, but those rivalry games, they play each other all the time, and you want to beat them.
Yep. Niners rookie wide receiver Richie James returned a kickoff 97 yards for a touchdown and gave them the early lead. And Robbie Gould sealed the deal in overtime. The Niners end a 10-game losing streak to the Seahawks. The Seahawks signed former Alabama running back Bo Scarborough. And the Seahawks will look to stay alive in playoff contention Week 16 against the Chiefs. You still buying Seattle? You think they can make some noise in the playoffs?
Yes, I do not want to face them.
Yeah.
They're running the ball extremely well, and Russell Wilson can make damage on the broken plays.
And that defense, they get rid of Legion of Boom, and they're still pretty competitive.
Yeah, they just rebuilt, and I don't know, some people say rebuilds take a few years, and they don't have to. You don't have to, we're rebuilding, therefore we have to
suck.
We have to suck for 3 years, John Fox.
Yeah.
We don't. You can just readjust and get a few more players and just, it doesn't have to be a 3 to 6 year project. It can be done quickly.
Yeah, credit to John Schneider and Pete Carroll.
Absolutely.
And then also, it helps when you have Russell Wilson. He's a hell of a franchise quarterback.
It
underrated.
does. But look at the Lions. They had something going for a little bit, and they had Stafford, Megatron, and
miss on draft picks and can ruin anybody. We saw it. Any team can,
Yeah.
Even the Patriots are starting to suffer a little bit. Missed on draft picks.
For sure.
Let's go to the Patriots at the Steelers. I was surprised by the outcome of this. The Steelers defeat the Patriots 17-10. Send New England to a rare December losing streak. Just crazy. They were getting pressure on Tom Brady, T.J. Watt. The Steelers were getting there. They really held him down. Didn't 10 points from Tom Brady in that offense. Big time win for the Steelers.
It is. Unfortunately, I bet the Patriots in this game.
Yeah, I was thinking Patriots too.
I thought so. They haven't beat the Patriots since 2011, I believe.
Yeah.
And that was a really long time, and somehow the Steelers found a way to beat.
Did you see Tom Brady with that bad interception in the red zone to Joe Hayden late in the game? He said he was trying to throw the ball out of bounds. I don't know if I believe him. It was a bad throw across his body. Didn't look like he got a lot on it, and Joe Hayden picked it off at the Patriot 10-yard line. Cost him some points.
Yeah, that one hurt. And at some point, the Patriots are gonna crumble, and they just seem beatable this year. I think that the mystique is kind of gone.
Yep. On top of that, New England falls to 3-5 on the road this season, marking their first losing season on the road since 2009. Some more bad news for New England as wide receiver Josh Gordon leaves the team for undisclosed time, citing mental health. Also, the NFL announces an indefinite suspension for Josh Gordon for substance abuse. So not only do the Patriots, they were what they were the 2 seed in the AFC. Now they lose home field advantage, they lose a first-round bye, and now they're got a losing streak, and they lose their top target, wide receiver Josh Gordon. Starting to question if Patriots are starting to think we should pick somebody else to represent the AFC this year.
Perhaps. Would you feel comfortable, let's say, would you believe that this team could come back from the 28-3 deficits?
Absolutely not.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the weakest New England teams in a while.
Yep. Gronk is not the same. Gronk is injured.
Yeah.
And
Brady has not had the best season, I would say.
Yep. They're both showing their age. And so we'll have to see what the Patriots do. It's going to be an interesting playoffs this year. It really is. It's shaping up for some crazy. The Steelers will look to stay in the playoff hunt in Week 16 at the Saints. Let's go to Sunday night, where the Eagles go into the LA Coliseum and shock the Rams 30-23, sending the Rams to their first losing streak under head coach Sean McVay. The Eagles, with quarterback Carson Wentz done for the season with broken vertebrae in his back, turn to defending Super Bowl MVP Nick Foles, and he gets the job done, along with the running game. Statement win for the Eagles on the road in prime time against the Rams. What are you more impressed with here? Or what's the bigger headline, though? How good the Eagles looked, or how bad the Rams have looked in 2 straight games?
To me, it's how bad the Rams have looked.
Yeah.
It sucks when your team goes cold at the wrong time. And earlier this season, the Rams were just steamrolling over everybody. And now they decided to not do much. And it's December. This is why the NFL is not a sprint. It's really a marathon. You can't blow your load in September and October, and now the playoffs are about to happen, and your defense is just wide open. And with all those signs this offseason, on paper, that defense was gonna be great, but it feels like Aaron Donald is
the last 2 games.
There.
Yeah, he's been blocked.
But besides him, when's the last time you heard Sue do anything?
Sue hasn't done much.
If you're next to one of the best DT in the game and you're Sue, shouldn't you be getting a lot more sacks and a lot more plays than you have been?
He's probably not getting double teamed. And imagine if he goes somewhere where he's a single guy, he's getting double teamed. I mean, he's been too quiet for being next to Donald. I agree.
I believe they're paying him $13 million this season.
Yeah.
On a 1-year deal. Would you re-sign him to a $13 million a year?
Absolutely not.
I would not. I'll
go get somebody else. Yeah. Yeah, big win for the Eagles. Jared Goff, what if I told you in his first 11 games this year, only had 6 interceptions? In his last 3, he has thrown 7.
And 4 against us.
Do you trust Jared Goff in January?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I really am starting to believe that Goff has been kind of a system QB for our McVay. Goff under Jeff Fisher was awful.
Yep.
So maybe
He's coming
McVay
back down to earth or something.
got the best out of him, and now like teams have adjusted, and
I hate to say it, but ever since McVay played the Bears, I feel like he's shook. I feel like his confidence got a little shook. In Soldier Field, he didn't want none of that defense.
I mean, no one has ever done that to him.
Yeah.
He scored 6 points. That has never happened.
I love it.
I think he kind of took it personally.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens with Vic Fangio. You can't talk more about the defensive coordinator of Vic Fangio. The play caller, the way he gets his guys coached up. He's a hell of a DC. Let's look at Rams players with 1,700 scrimmage yards and 20-plus touchdowns in a season. Add Todd Gurley to a list of Marshall Faulk and Eric Dickerson. The only franchise with 3 players to have done that.
Wow.
For the Eagles, tight end Zach Ertz becomes the 4th tight end in NFL history with 100 catches in a season.
Can you name the other 3?
No. Can you? I know Jason Witten is one. Shannon Sharp.
I would guess that Greg Olson is one of them.
Okay.
Gronk? No, Gronk probably does not.
I don't think Gronk. I know Jason Witten.
Yeah, Hurts is the 4th one.
Yeah.
Maybe Tony Gonzalez.
Maybe Gonzalez. Maybe Antonio Gates. Maybe. Probably not though.
How about Kellen Davis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, old school Kellen Davis or new school?
Our Kellen Davis.
No, not that one. Oh, I was thinking Kellen Winslow.
Yeah.
LA signs running back CJ Anderson. A report after this game. Rams locker room is silent after loss to Eagles. The vibe is different. So they might be feeling a little off.
I mean, once you're winning in Hollywood, it may go to your head a lot more than anywhere else.
Yep, and some more. Sorry, LA fans, more bad news. Star running back Todd Gurley might not be able to play in Week 16, has not practiced this week or even tried to run with a knee injury. How big of a problem is that?
That's not a problem for this Sunday, but it's a huge problem coming playoff times.
Yep, he's got to be healthy. Rest him. Don't worry about the last 2 LA. Rest him.
I don't even know who the backup running back over there is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this, you need to be careful. I would sit him.
Yep. I think they have he's not a household name. I want to say it's Malcolm Brown, and he's okay. He's decent. He can fill in, but he's not Todd Gurley. Nobody is. The Eagles will look to stay in the playoff chase in Week 16 against the Houston Texans. Let's go to Monday night, where the Saints defense steps up in Bank of America Stadium, beating the Panthers 12-9 and handing Carolina their 6th straight loss. At one point, the Panthers were 6-2 as they fall to 6-8 after this game. Cam Newton's been hurt. Ron Rivera's had a tough year. What do you think in Carolina? You gotta get Cam Newton as healthy. That's gotta be your number one concern here.
Yeah, it is, but unfortunately, Rivera's job is on the hot seat.
Yeah, I agree.
You're at a catch-22. Like, what do you do? Do you really think about the future, or are you trying to save your job? Yeah. I think that Cam should have possibly been set a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't make the deep ball, and
we've known for a couple weeks his arm just wasn't there.
Yeah, and what a crumble.
Yeah, 6-2, and I was like, Cam should be an MVP consideration. I guess that was when he hurt his arm because they haven't won since. What do you think of this? The very rarely seen pick 2. The Saints go for a 2-point conversion. Yeah. Panthers rookie corner Dante Jackson steps in and intercepts the pass and takes it all the way back for a touchdown, which is a 2-point conversion there. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, some fans were calling it touchdowns, but those are people who do not know the rules.
Yeah.
It was just 2 points. But, yeah, it's always entertaining to watch. I don't think I've seen one of those in a bit.
The what do you think of Tommy Lee Lewis trying to score late, and he dives for the end zone, the ball pops out, and it's a touchback, gives the Panthers another shot.
Yeah, it really frustrated me because I bet the game and I bet the spread.
Oh wow!
And if
they score a touchdown there,
no,
or a field goal,
touchdown would have been the win, but they most likely would have scored a field goal. And if they would have scored a field goal, they would have pushed.
He would have been fine.
And I would have been fine. And he decided to fumble it at the 1. So yeah, I threw the remote against the wall. No big deal.
The Saints defense is actually playing pretty well, and they could be a factor come playoff time. Saints on fire, 12-2.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Where is Alvin Kamara?
Yeah, he's been kind of limited, huh?
The past month, he's been just quiet. He started the year hot and just cooled it down.
It's interesting how the two defenses, Dallas did that to the Saints, and they've been really quiet ever since.
Yeah.
And it definitely shows how to get the job done, how to pull off an upset come playoff time. The Saints, this loss continues a tradition of the Panthers never having back-to-back winning seasons since joining the NFL in 1995.
So basically, the year after they went to the Super Bowl both times, it
fell apart.
Wow.
The Saints will look to secure home field advantage throughout the playoffs in Week 16 in a big game against the Steelers. Let's go to Week 16 predictions. Saturday afternoon, we have the 7-7 Redskins at the 8-6 Titans. I'm gonna go with the Tennessee Titans here to get the job done. What say you, Stoyo?
Titans.
All right. Let's go to Saturday night. 8-6 Ravens at the 11-3 Chargers. Where are you going here? It's a tough game.
Honestly, Chargers.
Chargers?
Yeah.
I'm going Ravens here. I'm going that defense, and they almost beat the Chiefs. So if they can beat the Chargers, and my thinking is maybe the Chargers coming off a big win against Kansas City is like has the guard down, but we'll see. Let's go to Sunday, the 6-8 Bengals at the 6-7-1 Browns. I'm going Browns here. You agree?
No, Bengals.
All right, you're going Jeff Driscoll and the Bengals.
Oh yeah, dude.
All right.
Upset of the week.
Let's go to the 5-9 Bucks at the 8-6 Cowboys. Where are you going there?
I think it'd be funny if the Bucks won.
Is that who you're picking?
Sure.
All right, I'm going Cowboys.
I think it'd be funny
agree.
if it go 8-7 and then the Eagles make a push.
That would be awesome.
It'd be hilarious.
Let's go to the 7-6-1 Vikings at the 5-9 Lions. You think the Lions can play spoiler here?
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I got Vikings on the road. Let's go to the 5-9 Giants at the 8-6 Colts. I got Colts.
Yeah, Colts, I agree.
All right. 4-10 Jags at the 7-7 Dolphins. I'm going Dolphins, but they need to take care of business. This is a game Miami would probably lose.
Yeah, I agree.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
All right. 10-4 Texans at the 7-7 Eagles. A note on this game. Texans in franchise history are 0-4 against the Eagles. The Houston Oilers were 0-7 in franchise history against the Eagles, bringing the grand total of Philly 11, Houston 0. Do you think the Eagles can get the win here against the Texans?
And this is at Eagles.
At Eagles.
And this is a must-win.
And I'm not sure. I know it's close, but if the Eagles are home underdogs, ride the Eagles. Put all your chips in. If the Eagles are home underdogs, I've learned my lesson. Go Eagles here. Eagles are winning this one.
I mean, after that stat, I kind of have to say Eagles.
Nick Foles is gonna get 2 in a row.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Let's go to the 8-5-1 Steelers at the 12-2 Saints. Where are you going here? Steelers coming off a big win. Can they get a second straight big win on the road?
No.
Saints?
Saints at home are pretty much undefeated.
I want to go Steelers.
How can you pick against the Saints
at
in their
home?
dome? Yeah. In December.
I'm going Steelers on the road.
Oh, you're wrong. You want to bet a 6 around that?
Sure, but good luck getting it. No, yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Let's shake on it. Sixer.
Right. Sixer.
All right, let's go to Sunday night. The 11-3 Chiefs at the 8-6 Seahawks. Big game in CenturyLink. Probably the toughest test Mahomes has faced all year. The environment's going to be crazy. Fans are going to be ready for that one. They want to see the Chiefs go down. What do you think? Can Mahomes get the job done on the road?
Oh, yeah.
Going Chiefs?
I'm going Chiefs.
I'm going all in on the Seahawks here. There's a win, and if the Seahawks win, Kansas City welcome to a 2-game losing streak. Let's go Monday night. The 6-8 Broncos at the 3-11 Raiders. A barn burner on Monday night. Must watch. I'm going Raiders at home.
Really, I'm gonna go Broncos.
All right. See if Oakland can get a rare win.
And I think we didn't mention the Cardinals and the Rams game, correct?
No, we didn't.
And this is my gambling tip of the week.
Okay.
The spread is 14.5.
Ooh.
The Rams are favored.
Go Cardinals.
And the Cardinals are at home. And when a division rival is favored by that much on the road, to me, that can be achieved. So I know the Cardinals are not the greatest, but 14.5 points at home.
Too high.
That is too high. I'm definitely going to be betting big on the Cardinals.
But Todd Gurley hasn't practiced all week.
Exactly. So, if you want to make some money this week, this is Stoyo's lock of the week.
Stone Cold lock of the century of the week?
No, just lock of the week.
All right, and Josh says, keep it real, guys. All right. Thanks for tuning in. The Week 16 podcast. We'll be back again next week. We should have some guests coming up. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Thanks for being on, Stoyo.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on.
Hell yeah.
We miss you, Gavin.
Gavin, come back soon. We got to talk to you about some stuff. NFL-wise, of course. And tune in next week. Peace out, guys.